Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ryan Reithel, and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about Z-Wave, technology that might help you and your family. And before I get started, does anybody know what Z-Wave is? Perfect, because it's been around since 2005, and most folks don't know about it. So the beauty of Z-Wave, it's a simple radio communication. Signal for it looks just like that. And as you start to buy some of the other devices in your life now, whether it's a new garage door opener, thermostat, locks for your house, any of that, appliances especially, you'll start to notice that symbol on there. Get used to it. Same symbol, kind of like what you see for Wi-Fi, or if you're going to get something that's Bluetooth, we all can recognize those immediately on there. So the beauty of Z-Wave is you can control anything in your house through a radio signal. So you're probably saying, well, that's kind of weird. My house has got Wi-Fi. I got a few things that are Wi-Fi, Alexa or Sonos speakers or something like that. But the more devices we have in our house on our Wi-Fi, the more it drains down, especially if you got kids, tablets, gaming systems, stuff like that. So that's where Z-Wave comes in as a truly a great item. So looking at that, you got your main focus here. The big item over here is called the hub. There's several manufacturers that make it. Samsung makes it, Iris makes it, and my personal favorite, which is this brand here, is the Wink. So it sells for about $99, plugs right into your router, hardwired, or you could have it go through Wi-Fi, and you're all set to go. Download the Wink app, and you are literally ready to turn your house into a smart house. So let me tell you just how easy it is on there. You can take this to whatever level, kind of like the smart house for DIY folks. So for example, you got a switch, right? Let's say that switch controls the coach lights for your front door. So when you purchase a Z-Wave switch, get them at Amazon, Home Depot, any other place like that, simply take the switch, on the app you've already got, lets you scan the barcode. It'll tell you, oh, this is a single pole dimmer switch. What do you want to call it? Call it front door. Okay. When you set up your account, you already tell it where that house is at on there. So by doing that, you put your zip code in there. It knows when the sun rises and sets at your house, daylight savings time, temperature, weather, all the above. So right away it's taken all that out, so you don't have to think about it. So when you want that switch to come on, dusk. Set the adjustment on there for dusk. When do you want it to come off? Early, Saturdays, Sundays, weekends, whenever you want. Now that switch is fully automatic for everything that you want to do. So you can literally just buy the hub for $100, buy the one switch for $30, and that would all be all you'd have to do for the system, or you can keep going on with it. You could change every light switch in your house to it if you want to. Those just on your interior, outside, kids' room, entryway, whatever you want to do. So by using that, I'll tell you a quick little story on how it's super convenient. Whenever I'm out of town, conference, meeting, whatever, I'm like the rest of you, we'll go and debrief and have a few beers afterwards. But I've always been a gentleman, and I've always called my wife when I've got back in the room so she knows I'm safe. So last conference I was at, I called, no answer. Called again, no answer. Called again. Now I'm starting to panic a little bit. Call a couple more times. Think to myself, God, I hope she's all right. How am I going to get a hold of her? So I got on the app on my phone, took the master bedroom can lights, turned them off and on, off and on. Within seconds, she called me right back, panicking. She goes, you scared the crap out of me. I said, oh, you're scaring me under. I said, I couldn't get a hold of you or whatever. So while those sounds while we're sleeping we're already used to, I was able to remotely turn those lights on and off on there, which was a pretty cool feature for what we were able to do on there. So aside from the light and going through on there for just your normal stuff, what I like to do, because I like to keep my wife happy also, I put all the plugs in the house where the Christmas trees and the wreaths go as well, already clicked onto the Z-Wave. So now when she plugs everything in for Christmas, that feature's already set to go on the day after Thanksgiving, dusk to dawn for the lights on there, and shuts off right there right after the first of the year. So no more worried about cords, timers, none of that stuff stretching out. I don't even have to be there. Everything's all simple and ready to go. Entry doors and garage doors is another great thing, knowing, hey, you leave the house, we've all done it. Did I shut the garage door? Look back. You can either check on your phone and see if it's shut, or you can shut it right there remotely. The best is the entry door locks on there because they're all set up with a 4-digit code on there. So you could use the same code for everybody. Or your wife could have a different code, kids could have a different code, your housekeeper that comes in. You could set her up with her own code. No longer do you got to give out keys and worry about who's got a key to my house or did they lose it or any costs associated with that. So if you know that she comes on your house on Mondays, her code will only work on Mondays between 8 and 2, or however you want to set it up at. My brother-in-law, I have one of these sets of these door locks on my shed. He needed to use my gas-powered hedge trimmers. No problem. Set him up a code, whatever number, 4-digit he can remember, put in there his brother-in-law, came over, got my hedge trimmers, everything's good to go. Till I didn't get my hedge trimmers back 3 months later. So, needless to say, you could X-nay anybody from your list of folks that you give a quick code to with just one simple click on there. So it's a great, great feature to have on there. So you as the administrator can control who you want to have it, whether it's your wife, kids, as far as the codes, add them, delete them, give them whatever features, whatever lights, whatever door locks, whatever other codes that you want. You can even set it up if you had a buddy coming by or somebody was stopping by to pick something, rather than even give them the trouble of going through a code and everything. You could simply lock and unlock the door straight from your phone, no matter where you're at. Temperature control is another beautiful standpoint with this. Control your fans, control your power blinds, control the heat, cooling, know what the humidity is in your house. You could set the levels on there to say, hey, it's getting 90 degrees in the house, or if you're out of town, it's getting 45, whatever the setting was. Even if you got a remote office, vacation house, it's excellent for, because you can monitor all that. And the beauty of all this, there's no monthly subscription fee to it. Once it's hooked up, it's yours. Do what you want. Add to it, change it, modify it. The other good thing for it is water. Control your outdoor sprinklers. How many times have you driven by or seen your neighbor's system going on when it's pouring down rain out, or it rained earlier that day and they're wasting, the sprinklers are just going? This thing knows by your zip code where you're at. If it rained, if it's raining, it could shut them off or turn them on accordingly on there to help save you water and energy. It's got leak detectors for it. So you can put them down by your sump pit, by your ejector pit, anywhere in your laundry room, wherever you think. It's also got another sensor on there for your water main with your incoming water. So if it notices a leak, it can already shut the water off right on your house. And I really got to thinking about this today, like how convenient that would be. Now the hot water heaters are coming. They're already set to Z-Wave on there, so you can know if the temperature's in there or you see it failing. And then today, when I heard about all the destruction and devastation here with the tornado, I'm thinking, wow, a couple of stories I heard, they'd run to a neighbor's house or something and they could smell gas. So why can't they, and I'm thinking of emailing the folks that make these Z-Wave appliances, put that on the gas valve coming into your house. If there was a major storm or tornado, whether you are or aren't home or whatever, seems like the warning is there. You could easily just go in there at a time, hit it, shut the gas off coming in your house to hopefully avoid any future danger as far as that goes. Another good thing of this, speaking with storm, you can have it notify you if your house lost power, if your backup generator kicked on, so you know right away what's going on in your house, even if you're there. If you live in another remote area, perhaps down in Texas, hurricane coming through, operate your hurricane shutters remotely right from the whole system, know everything's locked and secure. Swimming pool's another great thing on there. Turn on your heater, operate your power cover, turn on your filter, make sure everything's good to go. And the best part about the system would be the security feature for it. Setting the alarm, could dial your police department, could dial your neighbor, could dial just you. You could also have it set up to where if the alarm does go off, turns on every single light in your house, only your exterior lights, whatever lights you may or may not want to have in the whole house. And obviously, like you've seen with most systems now, they do make cameras for it as well, so you can see if you got your Amazon package that was delivered or wherever else you're going. So all these things kind of revolve to safety with our day-to-day life as far as what's going on. But you could also have a little fun with it too. Because now when you're looking for appliances, my wife just got a new crock pot that's got the Z-Wave technology on it, so she could adjust the setting, turn it up, turn it down, stuck in traffic on the way home, or not going to be home till later. Help control your dinner a little bit. I myself just got a pellet grill, so I like cooking with that a little bit. It's all dialed in as far as what the temperature is inside there, so if you got some meat you're smoking still at work on there, colder day temperature, you could check out what the setting is, bump it up or down right while you're sitting right at the office. So the technology keeps changing with this and keeps growing, which again, now with the new media devices that you have, whether it's Alexa or Google Home, and you could already speak all those commands in, it interfaces already directly right with your Wink hub. So whatever lights that you want on, speakers you want on, music you want, TV, whatever, no matter what you yell out at it, it'll change it automatically and put it on. It is so simple and elementary to set up. If you're a more experienced electrician, want to do the actual switches in the wall, you can do that. They make simple plug adapters to where you'd plug your device into it and then put that plug into the wall. So if you want to be a little flexible with it, whether it's for seasonal decorations or kids' toys or whatever, super easy to use on there. And everything keeps changing. There's so many companies coming out, you cannot keep up with the technology in this. They just added the other feature now to right with your smartwatch. It takes the same app, just how you'd see it on your phone, integrate it right to the watch, so now you can control everything or monitor everything from your house right from your phone, or your watch rather. So the beauty of it is this is a cost savings tool as well that keeps helping you and your family, because you're not worried about getting expensive timers, worrying about photocell for your outdoor lights, security, motion sensors. You don't have to worry about any of that anymore. Nothing to do as far as the timers for watering your lawn on there. Worrying about keys getting lost to your house where you got to rekey all your locks on there. And again, you start with one hub, one switch, and for however you want to build this, to change this, it's all up to you. And the ultimate beauty is we all got folks in our family, whether it's your mom and dad that might not be so tech savvy, so when they come to your house or let the dog out or watch your kids, they just want to turn the light on or off, or they just want to get in the house as normal. The system runs completely independent. You don't need the smartwatch. You don't even have to use the app. The on-off switches work just like normal. Thermostat works just like normal. Door locks work just like normal. So you don't even have to know it. So if you do want to set that lock, through the whole app on there, it'll say, okay, when so-and-so, like my dad, for example, used the lock on the garage, I know he was there to let the dog out. So it gives me a little peace of mind throughout the day. He don't care about technology. He doesn't want the app or to download nothing. He'll go there to put his code in. I get the text alert, hey, garage door was opened by Dad. Perfect. I know the dog's all good to go. So with that, what you want on there, the other thing is, the system can't just be for you on there. I got another buddy of mine, once he came over and saw everything, he actually installed it on his elderly mother's house. So that way he's able to watch to know, hey, she got up in the morning, she turned the kitchen lights on, I know she's all good. He can monitor the heat or the cooling in her house if it's super hot out, just to know right where she's at. And honestly, she's got no idea the system is even in the house. It's just another way for him to be able to keep in touch with her a little bit as far as it goes. So looking back at this, it's a really cost savings way, simple way. Everybody can get intimidated when they hear the Smart House feature on there and what it all entails. For most of us, we're a little bit more tech savvy and in the electrical department, so we could take it to a whole nother level. But even just for the basic homeowner, it's something really worth, it's got some value, and ultimately a great tool for resale as well, because people really enjoy it when they see the bells and whistles when they come into your house. Check it out. So with that, that'll conclude my presentation. If you got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. You in the back.
Does this work when your electricity down?
So you have to have a Wi-Fi connection for it.
Okay, but if you have a Wi-Fi and the electricity's out, it don't work, right?
Correct, because there'd be nothing to power up. But it'll do a fail-safe if you go to check it from your phone and you're seeing that you can't see your door locks, you can't see your garage door, you know you lost power at your house. Great question.
So Wink is the app.
Correct. Wink is the app for it. So Samsung makes one called Smart Things on there. Iris is another brand that they sell on there. I just went with the Wink Hub myself on there just because it is about as simple, basic, bare bones as it is.
So to do your garage door opener, you can just get the outlet adapter and plug your garage door openers into it.
Correct. They make an aftermarket interface also with the sensors so it knows if the door is up or down. But most openers, that's why when I'm buying more products now, like Chamberlain, a garage door manufacturer on there, they've already got it. It's already got that Z-Wave logo right on the box. So if you're going to pick, same thing with a thermostat or whatever, if you're going to pick it out, it's already got it, you know you're good to go. And it's crazy again because I've seen it more and more on products coming out, even direct light bulbs or even the hot water heaters now when you go to get them. And most people don't know what Z-Wave is.
So would you recommend this route over that you see the smart bulbs and things like that that are on the market now? It's just more efficient than those?
I think it's more flexible and more programmable. Like with that bulb, you got to have that fixture, that bulb in there. If you just had your TV room, right, and you got your 4 cam lights, by the time you buy the 4 bulbs, to me, I would just buy the hub and the one switch for the room, and then whatever else you wanted to add later on, you're already set once you buy that.
What's your commission on this product?
None. But I tell you what, you bring up a great point, and actually thanks for catching my screw up in here on my one page on there, because it's also a cost savings if you're going to do a new house. Like when I did the remodel on my house, gutted it down to the studs, and this was in 2014. I was like, man, I should do that smart house stuff, right? Then you got to buy the whole controller cabinet for the basement. Then you take a Cat 5 to every switch location. I'm like, man, then that's going to be out of date and I don't know. So I went the old school method, right? Pipe and wire for the whole house. And because I'm an electrician, you got to put 3-ways and 4-ways everywhere, right? Because you don't want to get up off the couch or walking in and out of this room. And now with this, I wouldn't have put half the switches in my house, to be honest with you, for the simple stuff. Fireplace mantle, right? You got the plug up there for plugging in Christmas crap or whatever you want on there, and then you got to put a switch for that somewhere. You don't need a switch for it no more. Tell the app, have it come on every evening whenever you want, or turn it off and on for your phone. It's just a much cleaner look.
Is it Mac compatible?
Yes, because my wife is an iPhoner, and yes, it works as good for ad. She's got an Apple Watch too, so you're in.